What's up, everybody? Welcome to Kicking It Onside. We have some news to get to, and then we're picking the Super Bowl. So, the top stories we're going to talk about is the coaching carousel. I call it the coaching carousel if you don't understand what that means. When a coach gets fired, another one is hired. We're also going to talk about Brian Flores again. We're going to talk about... We're also going to talk about the Mean Machine. Apparently some people got arrested within the last week or two, and there's some pretty prominent football players that are going to be sitting in jail for a couple of days. Maybe a couple of years, who knows. We're also going to talk about Aaron Rodgers. We're going to talk about the Washington Commanders and their new name and logo. And then we're going to talk about Super Bowl 56. So those are the things that we're going to talk about. And I want to welcome Rayshawn and Tim. Hopefully Bobby gets here soon. How's it going, guys? How was your weekend?
Good.
Pretty relaxing. I was able to get some sleep and rest my mind.
Good. Mm-hmm. So let's get into it. The coaching carousel that we so like to call it. Let me see. Who are the coaches there that got hired? Let me see. Who is this first guy? Who's this first guy?
Is he from the Vikings? Based on his outfit?
I don't know who that fucking guy is. Just goes to show... I don't know who that is. The next one is I think that's Josh McDaniels, yes? Or is that Nathaniel?
McDaniels went to the Raiders.
Yep. Well, Tim, relax. I know where he's going.
Okay.
The next one is... I don't know who that fucking guy is. The next one is Eric Bieniemy. The next... I don't know who this fucking guy is. What? Mike Rule, and then are these guys? No, these guys aren't part of the coaching carousel. Well,
Let's go over. I got a list of them right now.
So I will. These are just coaches in the past that have been hired on, as Josh McDaniels is one of them guys that got hired. Good luck. Why he took that job, I don't fucking know. He was the replacement for Bill Belichick. I don't know what the fuck he took that job for. What a fucking moron. That's just my opinion.
I have no idea why he did.
So, go ahead.
Only thinking I can think of is he doesn't think Belichick's retiring anytime soon. That's the only thinking way I can make any sense of it.
Well, we'll bring this one up because he is part of the coaching carousel, because we're going to talk about him next. So I'll put him up there. He's a big topic that we'll talk about. So the Bears hired Matt Eberflus. The Broncos hired Packers offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. Mm-hmm. The Giants hired Brian Daboll. The Raiders hired Josh McDaniels. The Vikings hired Kevin O'Connell. The Jaguars hired Doug Peterson. The Miami Dolphins hired Mike McDaniel. The Texans hired Lovie Smith. I wonder what he's going to say in his press conference. Our first objective is to beat the Colts. Because he's the one that fucking said our first objective is to beat the Packers. No, your first objective is to get to the fucking Super Bowl and win it, you fucking idiot. I don't know why they hired this guy. This guy's a fucking knucklehead. He got fired from Illinois. And all he had to do was recruit people.
I have a theory as to why he was hired, actually.
Well, give me your fucking theory. I'm just going to shit on it. Go ahead.
I think the NFL asked the Texans to hire him because of his race. Gives him a way to
I don't know if that's it. He does have head coaching experience.
Yes, he
He
does.
sucked at it, but he has head coaching experience. I think that's why they hired him. I don't think it has to do with. I don't think any of these guys, any of the African Americans that were hired, if any of them were because of their color of their skin. It's because they think that they are the best for the fucking job. Can we just accept that for what it is, or can we not? This Rooney Rule, and we'll get into it with Brian Flores. This Rooney Rule is so fucking dumb. Because it just promotes everything they're fighting against.
But the NFL does make it so when you do hire a minority head coach, you get an extra draft pick also.
That's
bullshit.
That is a bullshit fucking excuse to hire a fucking black coach. Again, it promotes everything that football and all of these athletes are fighting against is racism, and it's just promoting it even fucking more.
Yep, I
It's
agree.
the dumbest fucking thing I'm not saying you're dumb, Tim, but that is the dumbest thing that I've ever fucking heard of.
Mm-hmm. It is stupid, and when we get into the Florida stuff, which will get over into the Rooney Rule, I'll explain my issue with the Rooney Rule. But let's do coaches first.
We already talked about the fucking Rooney Rule. I just told you the Rooney Rule promotes racism. We'll go into it because in the next story, Brian Flores, fucking motherfucking idiot is what he is.
Mm-hmm.
Goddamn crybaby back bitch. Because he didn't get fucking hired. There's a reason why he got fired from Miami. Because he sucks. His team was regressing. They weren't getting any fucking better. So, and then Dennis Allen was hired by the Saints.
Yeah, that was just today, I think.
Okay. So, those are the head coaching moves. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
One black coach hired. I don't think it has anything to do with race. I think it's just he has head coaching experience, and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
I still don't think he's the best man for the job. He'll get fired in the first couple of years because he sucks at his job.
They'll make 3 years probably, and then he'll get fired.
No, he'll get fired in 2 years.
Okay.
They had a black coach in David Culley, but they fired his ass. What makes... this is the thing. What are they doing? Makes no sense. Makes no sense whatsoever. All right, so the next thing is Brian Flores. Now, here's where the Rooney Rule comes in. And I want to talk about this because John Elway is a part of this. John Elway and whoever was in the hiring process, he put out a message or something that said they were inebriated, and Brian Flores did, they were inebriated when they came in, and they said that the only reason we're hiring you is because, or we're looking at you is because we have to because of the Rooney Rule. Proves my fucking point. This fucking rule does nothing but to promote, and that doesn't make John Elway a racist. They're just following the fucking rules. It tells you a lot about Brian Flores. Brian Flores is a great coordinator. Okay? Great coordinator. Doesn't always translate to a fucking head coach. Look at Josh McDaniels in his first job.
He was horrible in his first job.
He wanted to get rid of Peyton fucking Manning. Because it wasn't the quarterback he wanted.
No. Yeah, he wasn't over. His first job was Denver.
Yeah, but he did not want. There is a reason why he got fired because they brought Peyton Manning in. He didn't want him. He did not want Peyton Manning.
I see what you're saying now. Okay.
They said, "Well, fuck you then. You're gone. We'll bring in somebody that can actually work with Peyton." Just tells you what kind of coach Josh McDaniels is. It tells you that fucking Bill Belichick has control of everything.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking people.
I just feel like it's okay to be a great coordinator until look, his job was to he was offense coordinator for the
defensive.
Dolphins?
He's a defensive
Defense.
He was defensive coordinator for the Patriots.
Defensive coaches do not translate well to head coaches. There is a select few: Bill Parcells, Bill Belichick, and maybe one or two others. The thing is some of these coaches forget that they have to coach every aspect of the game.
Yeah, not
just the defense, but they have to know what the offense is doing as well.
So let me ask you this: did Brian Flores ever coordinate offense before?
No.
So why don't he? He should have went about this differently.
What do you mean? You gotta explain.
He should. Okay. Instead of just going from defense coordinator to head coach, go from defense to offense and then go to head coach if that's the thing. Instead of like whining and complaining about.
Okay, so the thing with head coaches, you don't have to. It's just offensive coaches are better suited because they can manage game decisions. Most of your timeouts are used on the offensive side of the ball. Your clock management is used on the offensive side of the ball. Defensive side, you're waiting on the offense to fucking do something. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
The only time clock management comes in on the defensive side is when you're behind and you need to use your timeouts. And if you can't fucking manage that, you need to be fired. Dennis Green had trouble fucking doing that at times.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he was an offensive coach, but he was a good head coach. He just at times he would be stupid about game management. Just Mike McCarthy's the same way, but I would not hire Brian Flores to be an offensive coach. I would not. Ever. I wouldn't hire Brian Flores to be a head coach. I might hire him as a defensive coach or a defensive coordinator. I ain't hiring him as a fucking head coach. And it's not because he's black, because I don't think he can do the job. I don't think he knows what he's fucking doing.
Thing like I feel like I think of like this situation like the real world. Like I work at a job where I have to learn the basics before I even get promoted as a trainer. Before I get promoted as a supervisor.
So
you know
I'm gonna stop you right there. I get what you're saying. He does understand the basics of offense. It's not about coaching the offense. I don't care about him coaching the offense. I don't care about him just coaching the defense. What I'm saying is he needs to know how to manage the game. Not just, he doesn't have to, we're going to run this play because I think it'll work. I mean, he can do that. He is the head coach. But I think he has a basic understanding. He might even have a full understanding of the offense. But based on his the way he coached, I don't think he does.
Well, then, I don't see no race in that. It's just...
I'm not saying he's not a good coach. He's a good defensive coordinator. He's a good defensive coach. He had good offensive coordinators and he had good defensive coordinators. But he hadn't, and once they left, he then, which I'm sure they did, they moved on to other things. I don't know. I just don't think Brian Flores is the answer. Why would he get fired at 9-8? And there was a report that fucking Stephen Ross wanted to pay him extra for losing games. I mean, shame on Stephen Ross if that's true, but what? Why would
my guess is he's trying to set the foundation for a wrongful termination lawsuit.
Well, I know what Flores is doing, but I don't buy it. Like, Stephen Ross doing that loses money by putting out a shitty product on the field. Look at the fucking Jaguars. They can't even fucking fill half their fucking stadium.
a stadium is in the wrestling arena.
No, that has nothing to do with it. It's just
I know, I just wanted to say.
people don't give a shit about the Jacksonville Jaguars. They have a very marketable player in Trevor Lawrence, but they need to move to a different fucking city. That's what they need to do.
What else is in Florida besides Buccaneers?
Old people.
Things.
Old people.
Huh? Oh, you said old people?
Old people.
Disneyland.
Old people. Universal's down there. That's in Orlando.
Yep.
I mean, Busch Gardens. That's down in Tampa. They have 14. They have what? They have 1, 2, 3 teams down in Florida. Yeah.
For football?
Yeah.
Football, you got 3 Florida teams.
Yeah. Why does Jacksonville even have a fucking team? Just move. Just fucking move. Just move to fucking San Antonio or fucking move to Oklahoma City. Move to fucking St. Louis.
Yeah.
I mean, Jesus Christ. I know, but we're talking about Brian Flores. I don't understand why Brian Flores, he doesn't have a leg to stand on. I mean, yeah, you can fucking take a picture of a text and then fucking send it out saying this is what happened. You can Photoshop shit. I mean, come on. Now you're going to bring Bill Belichick into it, and he's going to have to... Well, I didn't do that.
It's been stated that Bill Belichick replied to his message saying that,
Bill Belichick sent him a message saying congratulations, but it wasn't meant for him. It was meant for Brian Dabble.
Right.
Yeah. That's what Rachel was saying. Belichick sent it to him by accident. Yeah.
Yeah. But he said he sent it to him 3 days before. He had an interview or whatever. It is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he blew it out of proportion.
So here's why, and that might be what happened. I'm not saying that he didn't do that. Move to the state that does not have no. You need to move where it's marketable. You can't just move it to a state that doesn't have football because you can't move a football team to
Long Island.
Oregon.
Well, you can.
I don't know about Long Island for a football team.
What, to Oregon?
It's New York City. It's essentially New York City. So yes, there is room there. They would make room. Trust me. What I'm trying to put this, like, you can't move it. Really, you can't move to Oklahoma. Not enough of a population.
You need to move it to where you're gonna have a market for the team.
You need to move to a bigger city.
Yeah.
You can't just move to
Wyoming.
You can't move to fucking Iowa because the biggest city there is 200,000 people. And there isn't anything around it for... I mean, you could build a stadium. It's a bunch of fucking cornfields. But how are you going to get them to come to a game? Because in between Des Moines and the next city is like an hour and a half. And then it has surrounding cities. Which is a metro area. Green Bay is one of the very few that they do that for, but it was one of the founding four original teams in the NFL. And I'll tell you right now, if Green Bay didn't have a team, the only place they would move is to Milwaukee. You can't, like I said, you can't just move a team to a state that doesn't have a team because, again, it makes no sense. You can't. It's got to be marketable. And the reason that they moved them to Las Vegas, in which there's nothing around Las Vegas,
But it's Vegas.
but Vegas, you can still get people come and visit there. It's big time tourism, so you can get people to come there. I still don't think it's smart move to move a team to the
What
NFL.
about Atlanta City? Atlanta City Jaguars.
No. You already have New York. You already have 2 New York teams.
True, but
The New York teams are
I can't think of anything marketable.
There
That's
isn't
why.
anything. You can't move them to fucking Alabama. You can't, because there's nothing there. There's nothing marketable there. I'm surprised that there's a team in fucking New Orleans, to be honest with you. It's on a fucking swamp.
Yeah, that's true.
Mexico? There's nothing around Mexico City. Yeah, you can people will think it's great. But who's going to go to the game? You'll be listening to you'll be listening to fucking Morocco's or whatever they fucking Maracas down in fucking goddamn Mexico. Nobody will go to the game.
What about Toronto?
They could. But I mean they could, but then that's an AFC South team. They'd have to realign the league. I mean, they could do it. But then, honestly, I think Baltimore should be in the AFC East. And Cleveland should be in the AFC South. Or Cincinnati should be in the AFC South. Personally. And then you could move Toronto to the AFC North because it's right there. And then you have... maybe what's another team out there? Well, then you'd have Pittsburgh. But then you Jacksonville, but then you would have to move Tennessee and put them in the AFC North. And then you'd have to move Indianapolis, put them in the AFC North. So it's just impossible.
Yeah, I get it. It's a lot.
Because the NFL is about... I'm OCD about that shit. If I move, like when I'm playing Madden and I move a city, I want that city to be in the fucking area that it's supposed to be, not fucking... Toronto is now part of the AFC South. Toronto's in Canada.
That's
How
why
the fuck is that going to work?
Like Dallas is part of the AFC East.
Right.
NFC East, I mean.
No. AFC East. Well, you could, and then you can move Dallas to the AFC South, but they don't want to take that rivalry away with Washington and Dallas. Which,
and
it's really, I mean, really? They kind of killed the rivalry when they made Washington change their fucking name.
Yeah.
Cowboys and Indians, I mean, it just takes away from it. And I get why they did it. I think it's bullshit why they did it. I'm not going to go into that.
Right.
And it's not me being a racist, because that's not... I just think, Jesus Christ, around here, we have our schools, they have Indian names in every fucking school. And
There's
why?
villages in
Why?
every-
Why? Because of the fucking heritage. Not because, oh, we're racist, so we're going to fucking name our school after an Indian. That's just so dumb. People just are just... And I said this on Saturday on No Bucks Given. People need to pick a fight when it just makes no sense. Pick a fight in the right spot. Don't just fucking pick a fight. Oh, that's racist.
Yeah, everything's racist. Huh? Cartoon characters is racist. Everything.
I don't. It's fucking so stupid. But Brian Flores, where he's saying, and that the Rooney Rule is the reason why Brian Flores is upset. So say we're going to hire the guy. That doesn't mean that they weren't going to bring him in for the interview, because he might have been able to wow them. That comes up to him to say, okay, I need to really wow these guys with my philosophy.
You gotta sell yourself.
Yeah, so him crying and whining about, well, they weren't going to hire me anyway. I've seen where somebody had a job interview and the guy was a lock, stock, barrel. He was hired. Somebody came in and knocked the supervisor out of the fucking park, and he said, I gotta hire this guy. It just tells me that this guy is all about the race card and nothing else. Not what's best for the best for the team. It's what's best for him. It's a crybaby back bitch is what I call him. Any thoughts? Any other thoughts?
No.
No, it's pretty much nailed it.
A waste of time, really. Owners are gonna hire who they want, not who the Rooney Rule tells them to hire.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. The Rooney Rule doesn't say you have to. It just says you have to interview somebody.
Exactly. And that's the point I'm making.
Oh, another thing, he probably lost his chance at a future head coach position maybe next season.
He's putting, and I can understand people will argue, why would he put, because he's trying to prove a point. Nobody's going to want to fucking hire this guy anymore. He's even if he wins this lawsuit or whatever, nobody's going to want to fucking hire this guy. Because they fired me because I'm black. No, they fired you because you suck at your fucking job.
All right.
Come on, man. All right. So the next story, and this happened yesterday, and it shocked the shit out of me. Alvin fucking Kamara. I don't know what he did.
He's dead.
Alvin Kamara.
I think he was suspected of battery.
Yeah.
In a nightclub.
He was arrested on charges of battery with substantial bodily harm.
He beat the shit out of somebody in the club. Everybody getting tipsy.
Everybody in the club getting tipsy.
Well, he punched somebody because they were probably tipsy and bumped into him. I don't know. I don't know the whole story, but all right. So there is 4 other players that were arrested. And I see that we have, is that Deshaun Watson there? That's Deshaun Watson. And then who's this guy? Who's number 89? That's Alvin Kamara. I know the one back there is CD. No, it's that's not CD Lamb. That is the guy from the Raiders that ended up killing somebody in a car accident.
Nate Hobbs?
No. He's a wide receiver. Ruggs.
Las Vegas.
Ruggs.
Oh, Henry Ruggs.
Henry Ruggs. Yeah. And then whoever number 89 is, I don't know who that is. I can't see his face too well. But either way, it might be Geno Smith, but it doesn't look like him. The first player arrested was Seattle quarterback Geno Smith. And this is from Sarah Dewberry, who is the Denver Channel. So this is a Denver news. Who was arrested on January 10th on suspicion of driving under the influence. According to ESPN, a Washington State patrol clocked Smith going 96 in a 60. On Sunday, and that's who the big guy is in the back. Number 44 there. That is Laurente Mcrae, who is a pretty good player for the Jacksonville Jaguars. He was arrested on a high-speed chase in Lake County, Florida. He was charged with fleeing and eluding law enforcement. Why was he fleeing and eluding law enforcement? I don't know. It doesn't give the full report. The third player arrested was Cleveland Browns tackle Malik Daniel. Actually, that might actually be the... Laurente Mcrae might be the number 89, and because this guy's a defensive tackle, so he's a big boy. He was arrested Monday in Florida for allegedly exposing himself at a learner center and attacking a deputy. The fourth player arrested, and when was this?
Not right now, baby.
Yeah, this is in January. I do know that Alvin Kamara was arrested for beating the shit out of somebody in a club. Henry Ruggs was arrested for
DUI.
speeding, and he ended up killing somebody in the process. He was under the influence. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say. And I'm not picking on them because they're all black. Again, that's not what this is about. This is just a story that we came up with. So, it is what it is. Anybody want to elaborate on this?
What a way to throw your career in the garbage.
So those guys that I spoke about before Kamara, those were last month, but still.
Yeah, still, it's just... What did they gain out of that? I just need to know.
They think that since they're superstars and whatnot, that they can get away with
above the law.
They're above the law. Above the law. Yeah, they think they're above the law.
You don't know me? You don't know me, officer?
Do you know
you're a prisoner. You're under arrest.
Anybody got any other final thoughts on this one?
Nah.
Really on it.
Throw them in the doghouse.
All right, so Aaron Rodgers has been in the news, and Cody, I think Cody got a little hard on for this when the first report came out. There's a report that Aaron Rodgers was building a house in Nashville, or he had bought some property in Tennessee. So if I go and buy some property in Chicago, does that mean I'm moving to Chicago?
Yeah, that means you're a Bears fan now.
But there's reports out that like this guy on this radio station, he's throwing up air quotes every time he fucking says he bought some property. Sources are telling me, and he's throwing air quotes, which tells me he doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. So throwing air quotes up is like, so are you reporting that the Tennessee Titans are working on a deal to trade Aaron Rodgers? Here's the thing. Aaron Rodgers still has 1 year left on his deal. Okay? You can trade Aaron Rodgers, but the thing is why would you give up your future to trade for Aaron Rodgers when you already have over $120 million invested in a quarterback in Tennessee? Makes no sense to me. So you're going to give up draft capital, add more money to your fucking salary cap issues that you're going to have, and you're going to have unless you trade away Tannehill. But Green Bay doesn't want Tannehill. Why in the fuck would they want Tannehill? It's not the funds. I think the funds are not a thing, because I'm gonna explain this. So Aaron Rodgers, and I read this the other day, and it was on Facebook. Funds aren't an issue. Funds are not an issue, because apparently the Packers are working on a deal with both Aaron Rodgers and Davante Adams to bring them both back. Brian Gutekunst, who is the general manager for the Packers, stated people need to stop worrying about the salary cap, and I will explain why. There is one other team that is over $60 million over what Green Bay is over, that being the New Orleans Saints. They were $100 million coming into the season. This season, they were $100 million over the salary cap. So either, just saying, think about that for a minute. So I've heard a 4-year deal, a 4-year contract extension, and then they're going to re-sign Davante Adams for another 4 to 5 years or whatever. I don't know. Which means Jordan Love will be traded, and then Green Bay probably will go after another quarterback in a draft later. Now, it'd be dumb for them to sign, and I don't want to hear this. Well, they should draft a quarterback for the future. They already did that. And they got shit on for doing it. So Green Bay isn't going to sign fucking Aaron Rodgers to a big contract extension and then fucking draft a quarterback in the first round.
Right.
That doesn't make any sense.
Doesn't.
So I'm thinking that the Packers are going to end up keeping both of them, and it's what it's looking like. Like I said, the Saints were $100 million over the salary cap coming into this year. They're still $100 million over the salary cap coming out of the year. So what does that tell you?
Do you honestly think Aaron Rodgers has more years under his belt after just 1 year
Fuck
left?
yes. Good
Okay.
God, yes. Fucking Tom Brady played until he was 44, man.
I mean, they're two different human
He
beings.
won a Super Bowl at the age of 43. Aaron Rodgers is a better thrower of the football than Tom Brady is.
Hey, what's up,
The only
guys?
reason why I asked, how you doing, Bobby? The only reason why I asked is because of his recent, foot thingy.
Every player goes through injuries. Look at Jalen Hurts. He's got a bad ankle.
Yeah, he went through surgery this past week.
Fucking Tom
But-
Brady tore his ACL. When did he tear his ACL? Like 6 years ago?
Damn.
Not
Tim-
only that, but did he play for the Super Bowl with some injury and won it? Like
No.
with the
But
Bucks?
yeah, last year. But he played with a broken leg, I guess. Tim, when
damn.
did he tear his ACL?
I don't know. That's a Tim question.
I just said Tim. I didn't say Bobbitt, you fucking moron. Sorry.
Yeah, I know.
It's Bobbitt.
Yep, that's
Good
Bobbitt.
question.
Hey, Bobbitt.
No shit, that's a Tim question.
Oh shit.
So
I
hopefully,
mean, so in your opinion, it would basically be a great investment for Devontae Adams and
yeah.
okay.
Oh, but hands down.
I mean, because Nick Sirianni had texted me saying that he
Nick Sirianni did not text you. I mean, listen to this guy.
Devontae Adams want to be with the Eagles.
No, he doesn't.
So,
No, he doesn't. Keep thinking that. I mean, good luck getting him. I don't think the Eagles can afford him, and he's not their future. They just drafted their future 3 years in a row. Just saying.
I mean, I for the future. You never know.
How many more futures are you gonna have?
How many futures they gonna have? I don't know.
So I think it's a good possibility that Aaron Rodgers and Devontae Adams are staying, because they aren't going to do a deal with Aaron Rodgers if they don't think they're bringing back Devontae Adams, or Aaron Rodgers is not going to work on a deal if they don't think they're bringing back Devontae Adams. So I think that's what's going on. More to come. I'll keep following it because that's what I do.
Trek said in 2008, Brady.
Yep,
tore his,
I read that. So about 12 years ago. So he was 31? 2?
Seems like it.
Whatever. 32. And he was able to come back. Aaron Rodgers is only 37. He just turned 38.
Oh, I didn't even know he was still in his 30. I thought he was like 40 something. Oh, he got little time.
So the next thing
He's still young.
So the next thing on the docket is the new name for the Washington football team. It is not Washington football team. It is the Washington Commanders. Now they kept the logo, and the logo. I think they could have done better. They could have done like in Madden. They used to have the sword, and then they had 3 stars, and they were called the Generals. And you could do that because a lot of commanders are generals. And, I would have gone with the Washington Generals. But a lot of people are fucking complaining about this. And I don't know who it was that put the story out there. Was it Bobbitt or was it you, Heather?
About the name change?
Yeah.
I think it was Bobbitt.
So Bobbitt Was it you that brought to light people were bitching about the name change?
I think it was.
Okay, well, enlighten me.
I can't. I think.
So it had to
Ow,
do.
fuck my ass.
Okay, Nia Jax.
No, sorry. Some just fell my foot. Sorry.
So it has everything to do with the name change. They changed the name from the Redskins because racism. And then people were bitching because they changed the name to the Commanders of the people, and these were people that killed the fucking Indians.
I feel like if we keep bringing up racial history and we keep looking at everything as a race thing, we would never move on from it. It's like
we're never okay. So Rayshawn, you're hitting it on the head. What's going on in the world today? Everybody that's all people want to fucking talk about, right?
Yeah.
They don't want to move on from it because it's got to stay in the news because we need to bring light to the situation because if we forget about it, then we'll forget about everything. If I take a shit in a fucking Hy-Vee and people are watching me take that shit, I would want to forget about it. I would store that away. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Why must we continue talking about it? It's a thing, and I get it. But why must we continue? Why must we go from one thing? Like, they could have changed their name to the fucking Washington Red Wolves, which was one of the names. Oh, but that's discriminatory against the Coyotes. Shut the fuck up. You people are so fucking dumb. Again, pick your fucking fights. Like, come on. Like, and then there was another name out there, the Washington Hogs. Back in the 80s, they had the offensive line were called the Hogs. They were biggest offensive line in professional sports, and they got dirty. I mean, these guys were nasty, hard-hitting, blocking. I mean, they would run you over. They didn't give a fuck, right? So they called them Hogs. That was another name that was, oh, that's discriminatory against fat people.
Not only that, that's...
Do you see where I'm going? See how fucking dumb that fucking sounds?
It's just... then don't give even no team name. Just say Philadelphia, Green Bay. Just say the name of the state. The city or whatever, and just get over it. Mm-hmm. That way it's no race involved at all. I just don't understand why everything has to be race. Why we got to bring political outside world into a fourth world where people... Because
we have athletes that make millions and millions of dollars that think that they have to fucking raise awareness to every little fucking thing. This is why
you need to bring awareness to your field. Bring awareness to your skill. Be a better quarterback, wide receiver, defensive tackle. Be a better player. You know what I'm saying? So don't worry about the world. When you get off the field, get out the locker room, then you could do that outside of the field.
Yes,
don't bring that
Aaron. Okay, so when I said the Red Wolves was a name, and I said that the Coyotes, it's discriminatory against Coyotes, I was being sarcastic. Think. That wasn't even a thing. Think about this. Think about everything and anything that you can think of. Like a white dove. Imagine if they were called the Washington White Doves. Well, that's discriminatory against black people. Why can't you have black doves? Because there's no such fucking thing. Jesus fucking Christ. I mean, do you see what I'm getting at? Every little thing that we fucking do in this world today, the Commanders. What's discriminatory about that? Do you even know what it?
Wrong with that.
So the name, and I like the name because it is named after our first president, which in turn everybody's like, oh, he was a slave owner.
Who was it back in those times?
No shit!
Exactly.
So here's the thing.
Yeah, really.
Here's the thing. He freed his slaves, by the way, everybody. Shut the fuck up.
And not to mention he was fighting for the side that wanted to free the slaves in the first place.
Well, he didn't. Well, Thomas Jefferson didn't want. Thomas Jefferson had slaves up until the day he died, but he paid his slaves. So they were his employees. So, Rayshawn, you work at Starbucks. You are a slave to Starbucks. They own your ass. Does that make any fucking sense to you?
When you're working retail, yes.
I mean, think about what I'm saying. I am critically thinking about this. Like, literally. Think about. So my job, I work for the federal government. Right? I get to go home every day. I get to go and come and go as I please. Nobody says, you need to sit at your desk for 8 hours. You can't fucking move, and we're not going to fucking feed you. I mean, I don't eat lunch anyway, very seldom. I nibble and snack. But come on, man. I can come and go as I fucking please. I'm not a slave to my job. All right? Now, that being said, there were people out there during this time that, yes, they were slave. They did not like people of other color. They thought they were inferior. Do you want to know why they thought they were inferior? They were uneducated about the fucking people. That's the problem. People were uneducated.
That's all what that is, and it's
all about education. It's all about education.
We have a better education system compared to that
But
era.
they're trying to get rid of it. They're trying to get rid of it.
Well, what I mean by education system, I mean like black people. We lived with people that actually lived during those times and era, and they could, educate us while we not being educated in school. With the what happened in slaveries and whatever. My mom was a part of that generation.
Mm-hmm. So the Commanders is named after it's Washington. So the Pentagon is there. That's where the Force-Com commander is. He's sitting in an... I'm going to tell you something about generals. They don't do shit. Officers don't... Let me rephrase this. They do certain things. They have a lot of paperwork to do. But they don't get up and fucking go out and actually shoot people. Commanders don't do shit when it comes to that. They tell people what to do. There is something out there that says if it's an unlawful order, you don't follow it. If you follow it, you're a fucking moron.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Speaking of this whole racism shit. Okay, so I was looking through the comments when they announced the whole Commander fiasco. And somebody actually tried to say that the Packers were racist. I was like, bullshit. I was called a delusional Packer fan and was blocked.
Okay, but why would they call Packer fan racist? Based on what grounds is what I'm getting at.
No, they're saying Packers as the team.
Okay, but based on what?
Because apparently I don't fully know. The dude is an idiot.
Probably. Oh, I know why. Because Aaron Rodgers is on the team and he doesn't believe in fucking vaccinations. Yeah. Whatever. Shut the fuck up. I don't fucking care. I'm not telling you.
Yeah, I was called a delusional Packer fan, which I'm happy to be called.
Well, don't be called you're not delusional. A delusional Packer fan thinks that they should fucking... This is the delusional Packer fan. A delusional Packer fan is somebody that thinks that they need to get rid of Aaron Rodgers and start over.
No, I don't agree with that at all.
That is like the dumbest thing I've ever fucking heard. So you want to let a guy go who has carried on Green Bay has had like 30 years of fucking excellence, okay? There has been a few years where they've been mediocre, where they've been bad, but come on, man. Green Bay has been lucky. As Packer fans, we have been lucky. And then we get called crybabies when something doesn't go our way. If you're a Jacksonville Jaguar fan and you get a holding call, you're going to complain that it wasn't holding. Shut the fuck up. I don't care. I can bitch, you can bitch, she can bitch too. That's all I'm gonna say. But yeah, this whole Commanders thing,
I don't see anything wrong with it. It's better than Washington football team.
I fucking hated that. It just made no sense. Washington. Hey, let's be the Washington football team. How about let's not say we fucking did? So.
Or how about just don't change your name until you have a new name already in fucking place?
Yes. They jumped the gun because they were sick and tired of people complaining. Now, there is still this ongoing thing with Dan Snyder, and I really don't fucking care. We already know the fucking story. Who cares? Who cares? I mean, what he did was a shitty thing. They haven't proven anything yet, so... But he's already guilty because he's part of the hashtag MeToo bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think of the uniforms?
I was just looking at that. I like that.
It looked good, actually.
I ain't a fan of it.
Why?
I'm just not a huge fan of the other colors in general, honestly.
Well, there's a reason why they're burgundy and yellow. They aren't going to change their colors.
No, they won't, because then that's what surprised me, then, truthfully.
I actually like them. They're modern.
Helmet with that visor on it.
I like them. They look like Arizona State. With Arizona State Sun Devils, I think they look pretty cool.
Yeah,
I think
they look good.
I think they look sharp. I like the name. It's easy, simple. It doesn't have to be fucking complicated or cute. I mean, they call the Cincinnati. There's no reason why they call them the Cincinnati fucking Bengals. They just do.
Yep.
So, that's all I got about that. That's pretty much it for the news, the guys. So, Sunday is the Super Bowl.
Yay!
We will be streaming it. We'll probably do what we usually do. We'll start an hour early and talk.
Yeah.
Preliminary pick. We're going to pick the game, or we can pick it Sunday afternoon. It's up to you guys.
We can pick it now.
All right.
Yeah.
So the Bengals are playing the Rams, and it's taking place in Los Angeles at the Rams home stadium and / Chargers.
The Rams visitor, though.
Okay. But it doesn't matter. I mean, the last game, fucking more 49ers fans were at the game than fucking Rams fans. So what does that tell you? Again, we had that talk last week about the fucking Rams and moving to Los Angeles.
Yeah.
That dumb fucking move.
Yeah.
The only reason that San Diego left San Diego, or the Chargers left San Diego, is because they wouldn't build them a new stadium.
Pretty much, yeah.
I've driven by that stadium. It actually looks like a pretty nice fucking stadium.
Mm-hmm.
Why? Why people bitching about a new stadium? Well, we gotta be modern. Are you going to look at the fucking stadium, or are you going to watch the fucking game? Doesn't matter what the stadium fucking looks like. Come on, people. Use your fucking head. Again, pick your fights.
Yep.
Green Bay, the only thing Green Bay has done is they've renovated Lambeau Field. It's the oldest stadium in professional football. I've been there, and it looks nice. I'm thinking about taking Heather and Wendy up there here in the near future.
It looks nice on the TV too.
Yeah.
So,
What are we talking about? Lincoln Financial?
yes.
No,
Oh, okay.
not that shit.
I've driven by that stadium. That is a nice stadium too. These
the wrong team
people,
plays there.
I'm sure Los Angeles looks pretty. I'm sure SoFi looks beautiful.
Bobby hates us so bad.
What does the Los Angeles Coliseum have? I mean, it has more
I
amenities.
really do.
It has more amenities than the SoFi does than the Los Angeles Coliseum, but the Los Angeles Coliseum has history.
They just had a NASCAR race there here the
fuck,
other
I
day.
don't even want to talk about that shit.
That was awesome.
No, it wasn't. It was. I watched it and wanted to
We
fucking.
drive past
I enjoyed it.
I'm gonna tell you right now. I watched that fucking garbage and wanted to throw myself out the fucking window. It was terrible. We'll talk about it, Bobbitt. Do you really think that's gonna bring in new fans?
I mean, it might. Who knows?
It might.
Bobbitt.
Come on,
The
man.
highest average speed was 63 miles per hour.
Never say never.
Who wants to watch guys going 63 miles an hour in a circle? Definitely not fucking me. You want to draw me in as a fan? Road courses. Road courses, road courses, road courses.
Oh, trust me, you're getting them this year.
Well, I think they should do nothing but road courses. Have those the Talladega and the Daytona and the Martinsville. But come on, man. Road courses. I'm just so bored sitting there watching a fucking guy turn left 100 million fucking times. Like, it's gonna get to the point where nobody's gonna have a wreck because, and that's not why racing is cool. If you want to draw in new eyes, if you want to draw in new eyes, road courses is the way to go. In my eyes, more road courses, and not just the three that they have. Right?
Oh, trust me, you've got the Indy Road Course, you got the Daytona Road Course, you got Road America.
I'm actually talking about actual road courses, like Watkins Glen and Sonoma. I'm not talking about
Those are actual road courses.
The one in Indianapolis, isn't it just on the track?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to see them going up and down fucking hills. Enough of the fucking flat bullshit. That bores the shit out of me. Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like a dirt
Okay.
bike.
I don't want to see fucking... I'm sure you can make a road course out of a fucking goddamn Indianapolis 500. You can do it at the Daytona 500. I actually want to... I know, but I actually want to see road courses like at Sonoma where you go up a hill. You don't know what's at the top of that fucking hill. You might have a spotter, but that spotter might be fucking taking a drink of fucking slushy or fucking whatever he's fucking drinking.
You want to see a live action Mario Kart?
Well, that Road America is in Wisconsin, JP.
Okay. That still does not get me excited to watch. Where's that at?
I don't particularly know the look. I know it's in Wisconsin, but I can't tell you the exact city.
What's the name of the track again, Bobbitt?
Road America. I love the road courses.
It's in Plymouth.
Oh, Plymouth? Nobody's going to come to it. Plymouth isn't a big city. I mean, it might. Well, it's over by Milwaukee. So it might. Who knows? They have the Milwaukee Mile there.
They got 3.2K likes on it.
Well, I mean, it is what it is. That race sucked. I didn't want to see fucking cars going 63 miles an hour around the track. It just didn't excite me. And if you want to draw in new eyes, to me, that's not how to do it.
That's the design of the track.
Okay. I've never been there. I've never seen it, so I don't know. So who do you got, Bobbitt? Who are you taking?
Oh boy, I like both teams for different reasons. I want to see Stafford win a Super Bowl because of all the shit he went through in Detroit. But the Bengals is also playing for my boy Harambe. So
Who the fuck is that?
Harambe,
the
Dixon
gorilla?
Harambe,
Who?
the gorilla that got killed in the
Jesus
zoo.
fucking Christ! Who gives a shit about a fucking gorilla?
I do. Harambe was innocent.
Okay. But if the Bengals team is gonna play for a goddamn gorilla, just don't even show up.
Oh shit! No
Just,
way.
Come on, man. That is the
You
dumbest
don't
reason to
keep an eye
fucking.
on.
Well, we're the Super Bowl is for Harambe. Nobody else. It's for Harambe. How about winning it for yourself?
That's all.
Win
I
it
didn't
for
even know
yourself,
nothing about this
man.
gorilla.
Win it for yourself.
YouTube
Fuck a goddamn gorilla. Jesus Christ.
Unless it's Gorilla
Yeah.
Strong.
Who you
So-
going?
I'm going Rams because I really want Stafford to win a Super Bowl because of all the shit he went through in Detroit.
Rayshawn? This isn't it. You can change your pick.
Day of.
I
The
am
day
not
of.
invested at all with the Super Bowl or both teams. With that being said, I am not going with the Bengals. I'm going with the Chargers.
The Rams.
feel
You mean?
like-
Chargers!
Don't say that.
Oh, fucker!
It's the Rams.
I forgot the Chargers was the Super Bowl champs last year.
Yeah, exactly.
No, they fucking
I'm going-
weren't.
Motherfucking yeah, they were.
No, they weren't.
I'm going. I'm going with the Rams. Like, I'm sorry, the Bengals. I don't know. No, I'm sorry.
But they're the
I don't-
underdogs. They're the underdogs. Fucking underdog. I don't care.
Fuck the underdog.
Tim.
Don't be surprised if Bengals win, though.
They
I'm just
won't.
saying.
I don't think they don't. Their offensive line is god awful fucking terrible. Thank God they played the Kansas City Chiefs because their offensive line is shit. Chris Jones was in the fucking backfield all fucking day. If you think that was fucking bad, wait till Aaron Donald gets a hold of that offensive line. It is going to be. It should be a fucking heyday for Aaron. He should break the sack record for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, the Rams is a better team on paper. I'm sorry. Just
The Rams are a better team, period.
yeah.
Tim, who do you got? Tim, you're turning into
Probably
Bob.
stepped away.
Tim, you're turning into Bobbit.
Sorry, I'm going Rams.
You know what? I fucking hate the Cincinnati Bengals. I hate everything Cincinnati. Fuck Harambe. Fuck Joey
John
Votto.
Hoffman.
Fuck Joe Burrow. Fuck, you know what? Fuck everything Ohio. How about that? I hate that fucking state. The Buckeye State. Where you can't eat the fucking nut because it'll kill you. It's a poisonous fucking nut.
Wow.
I'm going Rams. Will probably it's the Bengals will score some points, but look for Jalen Ramsey to shut down Jamar Chase because he's more physical. I'm gonna say it's probably gonna be like 24-13, 24-16, something like that.
I think it
24
will
to 20.
be like a field goal. I think they will be whoever wins, they will be winning by a field goal
Okay,
by 3 points.
Heather, who you got?
I'm going Rams.
So everybody on the panel is going with the Rams for right now. Now, again, we will be live at the game. Usually starts at 5:26 or 5:28 or whatever. So we'll probably go live at 4:30
Okay.
my time. So it'll be 5:30 your time.
I get out of work at 3, allegedly, hopefully, but I'll be home.
Okay. Well, we'll be here. We'll be here. So we'll be live at 4:30 my time, 5:30 Eastern time.
Give me a minute.
Tim, you gonna be there or?
Yeah, I'll be there, provided I don't have to work. And even if I have to work, I'll still probably be there.
Okay. Bob, but I know you don't fucking be there. You thinking...
Mostly because my job, I can actually get out of. I can get around it, and
Okay.
all right.
Sounds good. So, anybody got anything they want to add?
Dick sell for Harambe.
Fuck this shit. Fuck Harambe. Did I actually talk about what I told you to keep me on track with about?
Yeah, it was the.
Okay. So that being said, I'm going to end it here, guys. Don't forget, in about an hour and 20 minutes, we're going to be over on the Horny Goat, where we're going to talk Iron Man 2. I actually watched that movie today. I've seen it 3 times.
All 3 times are absolutely atrocious.
So get ready for me to shit on that fucking movie too. So with that being said,
Please do.
oh, don't worry.
I figure you was gonna say that.
It's coming. It's coming. Everybody in that
Is there
movie.
any more
Everybody
movie that
in
you do,
that
like,
movie.
sorta like?
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna spoiler alert. Everybody in that movie should be dead within the first 10 minutes of the fucking movie. Done.
JT applying logic.
I don't care.
Right?
I don't care. If you're gonna make a movie, make it logical. Don't make it stupid.
To superhero movies.
I don't care. Then don't. Then make it a cartoon. Don't call it. We're on planet Earth. It's stupid. Nobody can survive that. The human body cannot endure what these fucking people go through. No fucking way. It is a miracle of God if they do. And every time it's a miracle of God. Like, come on. That's all I'm saying. So,
General fucking.
So that being said, everybody have a great night. Stay safe. Be well. Treat others as you want to be treated. And not everything's about race. It's not. It'll be okay. Pick your fights. And right now, a lot of people are picking fights that just, they're dumb.
Yep, I agree.
So that being said, everybody stay safe, be well, and we will talk to you over on the Horny Goat.
Night, y'all.
Later, everybody.